Hey everyone, here's a quick heads up. The Agile Online Summit is coming soon. You can get all the details at bit.ly/Agile Online Summit 24. Yes, it's all lowercase, all one word. That's bit.ly/Agile Online Summit 24. Stick with us till the end of the episode to know the dates, the tracks, and some surprises we have ready for you. But for now, let's dive into today's episode. Hello everybody, welcome to our TGIF Friday and Product Owner episode this week with Jelena Vucinic. Hey Jelena, welcome back.
Hi, excited to be here.
And this topic is exciting, at least for me, because it is about the product owner, one of the critical roles in the whole Scrum framework that often gets overlooked. And hopefully we help with this discussion to understand better what that role is in practice. And we'll talk about a great product owner in a second. But first, share with us, Jelena, what was potentially the worst product owner anti-pattern you've witnessed in your career?
I am instantly thinking of basically two types of quote unquote product owners. One I would call controller. So that's a product owner that needs to be part of everything, needs to be the one who approves everything, who is also deciding more or less everything. So the one that is very much controlling the process, the product itself. And that would be one extreme maybe. And on the opposite side, we might have someone I maybe would call quote unquote organizer, which is usually the person who doesn't deeply, truly, honestly understand the product. And when I say product, of course, there are different versions of the product and involvement of product owners. Nevertheless, like this organizer is more focused on coordination part rather than what are we building. And he or she is perceived as always busy, still not giving answers to certain questions, mostly doing a proxy work like, let me get that question, I will come back to you. So basically not knowing on the spot the answers. And of course that can happen that we don't know the answers. Nevertheless, there is a variation of like truly knowing what we are building and proxying on being middleman kind of. So those are the two extremes that I had a chance to work with and had chance to shift more maybe to the middle. So
that's a great point, right? Like, because as you said, these are like two extremes, one that wants to know everything, control everything, and the other who just wants to get the work in progress, but doesn't really know anything, nor do they want to know, right? They just want to organize. And it sounds like the controller was possibly an old engineer who is now the product owner, and the organizer was maybe an old project manager who is now the product owner, right? But of course, we need to know how to deal with this. These anti-patterns are real. They are all out there, right? They are a spectrum though, right? Like it's not a black and white thing. But how do you deal with these two anti-patterns, Jelena, given that you have succeeded in helping them move towards the center, right? So what worked for these two anti-patterns?
Let's start maybe with a bit. No, I don't know which one is the easier. I wanted to say with the easier one, but at the end, it's the bottom line is acknowledging that the team is working on the product, and in that sense, crafting a message or putting the message to that person that. It's not just about owning the product themselves. So when it comes to controller, but basically that we are building this as a team and that there is absolutely no need that everything is felt and being a burden to just this one person. That also is not most efficient and at the end of the day, not moving us forward as fast as possible. So basically, if one way would be to open that blind spot and encourage that controller to maybe not go alone to certain meetings, but take seniors with them, like take the experts one, and by having someone by their side and also contributing to the conversation, I think that over time would open up and basically show to the controller that he can or she can let go, and there is a space where the whole team is the co-creator of the product, and that's basically bringing even better ideas. I mean, we all know about synergies, but I think until someone feels it, that we can let go the control, we can rely on others. We have a team of people we trust. And once we see that, then we are more keen on doing that. So that would be one strategy. And when it comes to maybe the other way around, encouraging mob sessions was something I tried to do, and mob sessions maybe where product owner is also really part of the team, sitting.
And this is for the organizer, right?
For the organizer, yes. Again, it's there needs to be openness, there needs to be acknowledgement, there needs to be willingness from the organizer to get to know the product. But I had a success stories. I saw people like really their minds opening up, their curiosity bursting, and if there is a support with the team that they can transfer the knowledge and show the product more and more to the organizer, then they would, I think they would just get curious. So we need to get them hook them into this curiosity, and starting with being humble, acknowledging the unknowns, and then asking the team for help to learn, and coding together, mob sessions together, like sitting among each other. I think also physical space, if product owner is part of the team, if team is sitting physically in one office, that also already helps, like that there is a feeling that we are all together in this, and product owner is one among us, and we are there to support each other. So those could be some of the activities.
Great ideas that are definitely worth exploring. Now, these were the anti-patterns, but of course there are also some amazing product owners out there. So Jelena, share with us the best product owner you've ever worked with. How did they work?
They were this middle person. They knew the product. I have to say, for me, that's maybe one thing that really is essential. Knowing your craft, knowing what we are talking about, because that also gives the credibility and trust to the team. Nevertheless, using that knowledge and empowering others, sharing it with others, and as mentioned, working on it together. So those product owners know that they know the product, but they are not the specialists in every single detail of it, and they don't need to be. That's why they have technical engineering experts as a part of the team, and that's where they consult with them. So basically, those product owners are doing more and more owning the product with the team, if that makes sense. So creating the space where the co-creation is happening, where we have exchange. We are not just one single person knowing all, but we share the information among each other.
So you said something there I think is critical to explore a little bit further, right? You said they own the product with the team.
Yes.
Now, of course, this is not what the Scrum Guide says. That doesn't mean it's not good. It might actually be very good, right? But it's not what the Scrum Guide says. It's not what is taught in many certification courses or classes out there. But you have found that this works for you. So let's define it a little bit further. When you say that they own the product with the team, what do you mean in practice?
I mean that team needs to feel... That's not the truth. There is no truth. I believe that it's more successful if the team feels that they are part of the product they are building, if they feel the ownership as well. And that would give them then motivation, intrinsic one, so deep one, to make that product even better. And therefore, my experience says it is crucial to have team as a part of the product itself, co-creator of the product. Maybe I do acknowledge that the product owner is maybe, let's say, the face of it, and the product owner is ultimate owner. But to have the motivation to make something awesome, to be eager over time to create even better, to understand clients, customers. So I think if the team doesn't care enough about the product, they would not be interested in understanding the customer, and then we are not doing something good if we don't want to resolve some pain of the customer or make the life of our end customer even better. So therefore, to have this motivation and this eagerness to collaborate on it, I think it is essential to have team as a part of the owning the product.
I really like that approach. The way I look at it is that the team owns the technical side of the product, right? Like the technical innovation, because they understand the technology deeply and they work with it every day. And then the product owner brings the customer, the business model aspects, which the team doesn't necessarily have access to because they wouldn't even have time to understand all of that, right? Because it takes a long time to develop any good product just on the technology side, let alone thinking about business models and customers and defining a vision and all of that, which takes a lot of time as well. So I think this is, I think it's an inspiring idea, right? Like, how do we create an environment where the teams really want to own the product as well, right? They don't just want to be coding what somebody else wrote as a user story or a requirement. They want to understand the customer. They want to bring their innovation into the process.
Exactly. And as you said, I fully agree with you. There is a huge part of the product development that is not necessarily technical and shouldn't, depends on the individual, shouldn't be part of the team's burden or accountability. So that is definitely the product owner area, but bringing across that vision and then also inspiring the team to work on it, to bring their technical passion and expertise in it is what I see as a co-creation of the product. Maybe that's
I think it's a great name, co-creation of the product. Thank you for sharing that story, Jelena, and thank you for all the insights this week. We're about to finish, but before we go, where can people find out more about you and the work that you're doing?
Best would be LinkedIn. That's easiest way to reach out, to contact. Happy to connect and looking forward to listening to further podcasts that are coming.
Absolutely. Jelena, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for your generosity with your time and your knowledge.
Thank you, Vasco. It was a true pleasure, very inspiring and very also insightful for me as well. Thank you.
Hi there, Agile friends. Thank you for sticking around. So, as I was saying at the beginning of the show, on October 22nd this year, we will have the first day of the Agile Online Summit 2024. The summit will take place from October 22nd to 24th, so make sure you book your calendars as there will be loads of sessions for you to attend, including live QAs with the speakers, networking sessions, and more. This year, we're also organizing regular networking events online so that you get to talk and meet your peers before the summit even starts. So if you want to know more, check them out at bit.ly/Agile Online Summit 24. That's all one word, all lowercase. That's bit.ly/Agile Online Summit 24. You can sign up for a free ticket and get notified when those warm-up events will be organized, so stay tuned. Now, regarding the summit, our opening keynote will be Marshall Goldsmith's exposition of a project he's been working on for a while. That's marshallgoldsmith.ai. And Marshall is an author and also a leadership coach who sold over 3 million books worldwide and has been considered twice #1 leadership thinker in the world by Thinker 50. And you definitely don't want to miss that. If you want to know more about the tracks, here they are. We will have 4 tracks. The first track is Shift from product to people. In this track, we will explore what we call the third wave of Agile adoption, exploring psychological safety, coaching techniques, and more to unlock your team's potential. In this track, you can learn to foster trust, encourage innovation, and build high-performing teams. Transform your approach and the future of Agile to be much more people-centric. The second track we have for you is value-centric product development. In this track, we will learn how to master product management and ownership by focusing on value. We will learn to identify, validate, and deliver what customers truly need, and dive into customer-centric approaches, experimentation techniques, and continuous market validation ideas. We have to accept that if Agile is to succeed, we have to become value-centric, and that's what we explore in this track. The next track is titled Agile Coaching Masterclass. We want to help take your coaching to the next level and transform team performance. Develop key Agile coaching skills, emphasizing people-centric and value-centric approaches in line with the previous tracks. And we will help you learn how to guide teams towards value focus and effectiveness. In this track, we want to help you unlock the potential of the individuals and the organizations you will be working with. After all, the future of Agile is coaching-centric. And finally, the last track, and definitely not the least, is all about the future of Agile. Explore the trends shaping Agile's evolution. The previous three tracks do that as well. Discover real-world success stories from innovative companies pushing the boundaries of what's possible today, and learn how practitioners are evolving Agile practices, gain insights in how to revolutionize your own approach. After all, the future of Agile is here, so let's explore it. You will also have the opportunity to network with your peers, so get your ticket and join our Slack at bit.ly/Agile Online Summit. That's all lowercase, all one word, bit.ly/Agile Online Summit 24. As always, we have free tickets and the VIP tickets, so check them out. It will all be available at bit.ly/Agile Online Summit 24. I'll see you on the conference floor.